This is NBA action. This week, our finals coverage continues as we find out whether Karl Malone and the Jazz were able to replace Michael Jordan and the Bulls as NBA champions. We'll also bring you the sights and sounds of the NBA Finals. And the top 10 buzzer beaters of the year.
Barkley from midcourt. He throws it up.
All right, here we go. Look out! Oh, my goodness! Good man! Minnow! Oh, baby! What a play! Monkey! Oh, you gotta love it! Monkey with a vicious block. And Hill with the explosion! In your face, hat. Look out! Look out! That's up there. Oh, man! Roll the tape! Here it is! What a game! Oh, you gotta love it!
We tip off our show with Game 5 of the NBA Finals between the Utah Jazz and Chicago Bulls. After winning 2 straight games and tying the best-of-7 series at 2, the Utah Jazz cruised into the pivotal Game 5 with confidence. But they realized that a loss to the champs would be a blow to their championship dreams.
Never in the history of the NBA has any team ever gone on the road and captured game 6 and 7.
It's not going to be a lot said. It's just going to be a war out there, and whoever has the biggest heart's going to win tonight.
The Bulls' determination would have to take on a special meaning on this night. Their legendary superstar Michael Jordan had the flu, and when he arrived for the game, no one was sure if he'd even play.
Well, I've played many seasons with Michael, and I've never seen him as sick to the point to where I didn't even think he was going to be able to put his uniform on.
Early on in Game 5, Stockton, Malone, and the rest of the Jazz couldn't be stopped. Meanwhile, the weakened Bulls were defenseless against Utah's offensive onslaught.
In three-point land up over Jordan, and he buries the three-pointer, and Utah leads by 10.
Oh, Chicago needs a timeout.
The Utah Jazz have been unbeatable. The Bulls found themselves in all sorts of trouble. Their star's strength was clearly drained, and many wondered if he could continue.
To watch him on the sideline, and even before the game, he was just listless, could hardly sit up. I've never seen him look like that.
In the second half, MJ refused to quit. Somehow, he found the energy to lead his team back into the game.
Driving layup for Michael. And Chicago is down now by 12. Stockton, who drives it across, makes a bad pass, and here comes Jordan. Here's that aggressiveness. Pippen's on the right. Here's the pass for the layup, missed it, and a slam by Jordan.
Michael Jordan playing on heart and spirit.
Soon, Michael's teammates followed his lead.
Up the court to Kukoc, going to fire for the lead from three-point line. Got it!
And this the best spurt of the night by the Bulls.
Playing like champions, the Bulls trailed by just 5 going into the final quarter.
Yeah, baby!
That's the way they should be playing.
In the closing moments of Game 4, John Stockton hit a big three-pointer. Now, he hit another crucial three to put his team up, and the Bulls once again looked like they'd lose. The athletic Brian Russell had been defending Jordan all game, and only a miracle from his airness would save the day for Chicago. With just over 30 seconds remaining, the miracle maker would come through in the clutch.
Back Michael, open three, yes!
Michael Jordan from straight away.
They lead it, 38 points for the Kings.
And the Chicago Bulls have defeated the Utah Jazz. A courageous, classic performance by the flu-ridden Michael Jordan.
Somehow I found the energy to stay strong. I wanted it really bad.
He had an unbelievable game. He had a great game. I give credit where credit is due. He played his butt off. He did all this stuff to help him win. And he, like I said, he just had a tremendous game for him, and he hit big shots down the stretch. I was amazed that he even played. The fact that he went out and was able to muster up the kind of performance that he did speaks volumes for him. And you can't say any more about a guy than that.
Coming up next,
It's Game 6 of the NBA Finals between the Chicago Bulls and the Utah Jazz.
we'll see if Michael Jordan and the Bulls were able to win their 5th NBA title.
Flashes, drives, lane, underhand. Good for Michael.
Each year, your family spends hundreds of dollars trying to keep warm. However, the heat escapes, and to get any benefit at all, you'd have to live in the roof. Unless you insulate with Cool or Cozy. It's like putting a blanket in your roof. A Cool or Cozy blanket that keeps you cool in summer and warm in winter, saving you a fortune in energy costs.
We'll keep you warm, Australia.
Little Lisa Marie was born 6 weeks premature. Some people just can't wait to ski Thredbo.
Two words for anyone who thought Romeo and Juliet had a tragic ending. Volume 2.
When the doves cry.
With a weakling, all warrior, one thing.
It hungers for human life.
Strikes fear
All be doomed.
into the hearts of all men.
I'm talking about a big, mean mummy.
7:30 tonight.
Mums give me the creeps.
Hercules on Channel 10.
Now it's time for the best of the Spalding ball handling performances of the year. This week's honor goes to the Raptors' Damon Stoudemire.
Stoudemire looked at Harper as he hit the deck like he was concerned for him for a moment.
Yeah, a lot of concern. Hey, I'm going to fake you right out of your shoes. By the way, you all right? As I hit this jumper.
Now we go back into the action for Game 6 of the '97 NBA Finals between the Jazz and the Bulls.
It's a game in which we're all a little nervous about going out and performing well and doing the right thing.
We never count a team out, and we don't plan on just going out.
Is this the 5th coronation in 7 seasons for King Michael Jordan, his heirness?
Let's go, Bulls! Let's go, Bulls!
What time is it?
Oh, that was the best one yet.
With the Bulls 1 win away from the title, Game 6 would prove to be a classic. And despite the pressure, the Jazz played aggressively.
Jordan puts it down. Cut off of the lane. They've turned it over. Ostertag puts it back in Stockton. Stockton looks for numbers. Going to drive. Going to go for the layup. Yes! Hornacek rotates the dribble to the top. Going to fire the three. Here it is. Good! Jeff Hornacek.
Utah controlled things early on, and it appeared that the Jazz would become the first team to take the Bulls to a 7th game.
Stockton with the beautiful ball to beat Harper off.
But as the second quarter came to a close, Michael Jordan beat the buzzer.
Last 5 seconds. Michael keeps it on Anderson. Blows right by him. Right side made it. No contest.
At halftime, the Jazz held a 7-point lead, but the game was far from over. And as the third quarter began, the Bulls turned up the intensity.
Air ball. And it is Jordan. Jordan crossover left hand. Back to the right. Puts a move on Hornacek. Goes on the head. Beautiful.
Chicago's pressure defense frustrated the Jazz as the Bulls cut into their lead.
Jordan scooped it up on the steal.
And even as Jordan tired near the end of the third quarter, his teammates were more than ready to take advantage of their opportunity.
Run down, Bushler safe, and Bushler fires three with 3 seconds to make it. What a great shot by Jud Bushler.
This clutch three-pointer by the seldom used Bushler inspired the Bulls heading into the final quarter.
And here comes Scottie Pippen back down the right. Scottie Pippen fires a three. Good! Chicago down 2. Dribbles out, brings a rookie. Penetrates. Bushler. Ball movement. Kerr 3. Chicago leads it on Stevie Kerr 3.
With Chicago taking their first lead since early in the first quarter, it was time for the superstars to rise to the occasion. Like regular season MVP Karl Malone and Michael Jordan.
Michael cuts free. Kukoc hits him on an inbound, and Michael comes into the paint, flashes 14-footer, good!
With just 28 seconds left and the game tied at 86, Utah had the ball.
Bounce low. Open Anderson, got it wrapped around, missed the shot.
The missed layup gave the Bulls a great chance to take the lead. Everyone expected Jordan to take the final shot, but the Bulls had another plan.
He comes off. I'll be ready.
Pippen outside the arc on the left. 8 on the shot. Hands back Jordan. Here's 6 on the shot. Jordan keeps the dribble. Jordan fights. Jordan hits Kerr. Kerr, 18-footer, good!
Now the Chicago Bulls were 5 seconds away from their 5th NBA title.
Now Russell waits. Waycross, fast pass, it's over. Chicago's won it. Over. 5 titles in 7 years. Chicago will win the NBA championship.
I did, man. All right, here's one wheel.
Come 1998, you guys can go out and celebrate and go back to every city and say we won number 6. Hopefully number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10.
He was just an average dad until...
Something that you won't believe.
Hey, he looks like you.
Mr. Sparkle! Mr. Sparkle!
Homer Simpson has become TV's most wanted.
Boring.
All new Simpsons, 7:30 Sunday.
The phenomenon continues with more great singles from the Spice Girls. So now is the time to spice up your life with the Spice Girls debut album. It's what you really, really need.
If you wanna be my lover.
Consider us warned. Zip goes with bells. Ting-a-ling. Caps and bells. Caps, boss. Yes. Buy a new Ford. Get a cap.
Used cars?
Get a cap. New Audi or VW. Cap, cap, cap.
Fleet buys.
Cap with every vehicle. Service. Get a cap. Park. Get a cap. Caps with everything. You got it, boss. Free cap with every purchase.
Dale Ford used cars, Dale European cars.
Hume Highway, Bankstown.
Ever visited beautiful Port Douglas? Ever dreamed of owning an investment property there? Here's your chance. You can now purchase a resort-style, fully furnished, one-bedroom apartment for only $144,000. For investors, there's high rental income guaranteed, plus tax benefits and the chance to holiday in one of the most beautiful places on earth. Utilizing equity you may already have, you will only need $1,000 initial deposit. Hurry! For details and video viewing, phone the KI Info Property Group now.
The downhill racer, the surfer, the pro golfer, the rock star, the computer wizard, the unrequited love. What in the world are you doing with all this stuff when there's cash converters? Forget the sentimental value. What about the instant cash value? Cash converters are desperately understocked and will pay you top price for all the things you no longer want or need. It's why Cash Converters is now the largest second-hand goods chain on earth. What in the world are you waiting for?
If you're tired of messy tea bags, try Tetley's new no-drip tea bags. One pull and you're home and dry. Tetley Drawstring. Tea too good to waste a drop.
8:30 Sunday.
I know you're going to be the right mama for my baby.
A movie premiere no parent should miss.
She was planning to leave all along.
Sybil Shepherd in the incredible true story.
Give me back my baby!
Baby Brokers. 8:30 Sunday on 10.
Welcome back to NBA action. Now it's time to log on to NBA.com for our weekly update on the WNBA. This week, we'll look at the 4 teams of the WNBA's Western Conference. The Phoenix Mercury claimed 2 Hall of Famers in head coach Cheryl Miller and the 38-year-old Nancy Lieberman-Clyde. With a fast-breaking Bridget Pettis and Australia's Michelle Timms also in the backcourt, there are high expectations in Phoenix.
I'd be terribly disappointed if we weren't in the top 4 teams. Terribly disappointed.
The Sacramento Monarchs have assembled a high-scoring team featuring sharpshooting Ruthie Bolton Holyfield, Japanese standout Makiko Hagiwara, and a versatile forward in Bridget Gordon.
You know, a lot of people might not look at this team as being great, not a lot of superstars, but that's when you make a superstar team out of players that's not superstars.
The Utah Stars are counting on a couple of backcourt stars in Tammy Reese and Dina Head. But the player who's really expected to put on a show is Lady Hardman.
She's a dynamic player. I mean, goes to the hole, explodes. Very nice in the open floor. She's sort of Jordan-esque.
The Los Angeles Sparks look to display their own version of Showtime with Olympic gold medalist Lisa Leslie, 6'8", 240-pound Chinese center Shanghai Shaw, and the creative ball handling of Penny Toller.
I see us winning a championship, and it's not going to be easy, but the dream starts with us.
Now it's time for our viewer email. This week's question comes to us from Fonthep Lousy of Sydney, Australia, who asks, which player has won the most NBA Finals Most Valuable Player awards? Well, Fonthep, Chicago Bulls guard Michael Jordan has won the MVP award in each of his finals appearances. MJ captured his 5th trophy in just 7 years with an unforgettable performance in the 1997 finals against the Utah Jazz.
Right now, we're in the locker room.
Now, we take you behind the scenes to check out all the sights and sounds of the 97 NBA Finals.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Chicago for the NBA World Championship Game 1. The Jazz with Stockton and Malone against Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and company.
Relax. I'm not going to fool you. I'm not going to fool you. Relax. Relax. Yeah, B. Way to go, B. Russ. Same thing you get, John. But I don't want to hear that. Come on. Fight for the ball. You kicked it. Kick this Chicago ball. Oh. No shot. No shot. 18. Pushes him out. 1+. No shot. No shot. No shot. Yeah.
It's all over. Let's go to Salt Lake.
Let's call what we see, not what we think we see.
Monday.
You're the hotshot Navy Hello pilot. Just pretend it's an aircraft carrier and get us down there.
A daring rescue.
Something in my eyes I can't see.
Now they're flying blind. On Medivac, 9:35 Monday.
It's a real deal. Chicken fillet burger combo. For just $4.75 with chips and a Pepsi. It's a real deal.
Chocolate is chocolate. Chocolate is chocolate is chocolate is chocolate is chocolate. Chocolate is. And shall not love us, beloved forever.
just bought this brilliant new camera with my MasterCard. Oh, and this T-shirt too. So easy. Can buy almost anything. And you can use it at trillions of locations all over the world. MasterCard. It's brilliant. It's the future of money. What's that little red line?
Michael Jackson. Blood on the dance floor. History in the mix. 13 tracks including 5 brand new songs and 8 insane remixes. Buy it now.
A clean slate.
All this time apart and we still think alike.
A fresh break.
Got a soundtrack. Cooper Boy.
It's time for Bailey to learn the ropes.
How to succeed in college without really trying.
But will he make the grade?
I'm gonna let Coop's brother take that test for me.
And the next time?
In a world of secrets and lies.
This is an antidepressant. Are you taking these?
Nothing is more painful than the truth.
Help me! You didn't do this. I did.
TV's most provocative drama.
I was a part of this.
It's my pregnancy.
Party of 5, 7:30 Tuesday.
This year's Finals MVP and his partner for 5 NBA titles are holding court.
And the Chicago Bulls have won their first ever NBA championship. The Bulls have repeated.
For the 3rd year, Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls have climbed the Mount Olympus of the NBA.
Make it 4 in 6 years. And they defeat the Sonics 87-75.
2 guys or 1 guy can't win a championship. Michael never won anything before I got here. Me and Michael never won anything until we had that core of guys of Bill Cartwright and Horace and Paxson. But we feel like that we've been the backbone of winning.
Pippen and Jordan are at the heart of Chicago's success. They're the only players to participate in all 5 of the Bulls championships.
And when you talk about tandems or duels, there's no way you can't talk about the 2 of us.
Michael in transition.
We're capable of taking over a game offensively and defensively.
Coleman controls. DC blocked by Pippen. Kerr gets it to him. Scotty hands to Mike.
Line 21.
Jordan with the steal. Look out, has Pippen. Oh, yes, sir. Showtime. Michael Scotty.
We see a lot of the same things out on the court. We kind of analyze what goes on in the game and we're able to elaborate on it.
I thought you were set. I thought you were punching. I was faking and then going in for the rebound.
I think that's the plus of the relationship of the talents that we have.
Okay, I'm out. What? I'm the curl cut.
For Jordan and Pippen, perhaps the most rewarding part of their accomplishments is that they've achieved it as teammates.
Yeah, right.
Everything has been special because we've tried to take it to a higher level, a level that no one has ever been able to reach.
The most interesting thing about their relationship is that they have a way of inspiring one another. When Jordan retired for 18 months, Pippen was always on his mind.
Yeah, he's one of the reasons that I came back. You know, him, Phil, the camaraderie that we had when we were winning.
I forgot.
You know, you just try to cherish the moment. You don't look down the road or into the future and try to visualize what's going to happen. You just sit back and, you know, and let things fall in its places.
You're gonna play. You okay to start, Scotty?
This has been one of the best things about them is they come out, they practice hard, they lead the team in the drills that you want your team to learn how to execute. They play hard.
Jordan putting the moves on. The look away.
Throughout the years, Jordan and Pippen have overcome all obstacles. And when they walk away from the game, these two legends will undoubtedly be regarded as one of the top duos of all time.
We're down to 2, now to 1. Here's Jordan. It is all over.
I want people to remember us as the greatest duo. Not just for our individual skills, but what we've been able to accomplish as a whole.
That's going to mess with these boys. Let them know what's going to happen.
That kind of leadership is something you just don't want to leave behind and say, well, we can find leaders like that.
I'd like to finish my career out with Scott, and with so that we can, if changes happen, at least we've done it together. We've taken it to the max.
It may not happen that way, but that's the way we would love for it to end.
Now it's time for the top 10 buzzer beaters of the year in our courtside countdown. At number 10, the Los Angeles Lakers' Shaquille O'Neal.
Fadeaway. For Shaquille O'Neal, 15 in the fourth quarter, and this one barely beat the buzzer to win it.
Number 9, the New York Knicks' John Starks.
Starks, he'll have to fire it. He does. Got it off the toe. He hit it. It's over. The Knicks have won in dramatic fashion.
At number 8, Portland point guard Kenny Anderson.
Kenny going to take the shot, throws it up. He's going to go. It goes in the buzzer. Kenny Anderson wins the game. Blazers win.
Number 7, it's the Pacers' Reggie Miller.
Here's Reggie. Here's the turnaround. Here's the shot.
Oh, my. Boy. Unbelievable.
Well, the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, and Reggie just stuck a dagger right in the heart of Boston with a 3.
At 6, Houston's Eddie Johnson.
Now it's Maloney with 1/8 of a second. Eddie Johnson. Eddie Johnson in game 4 at the buzzer. He hits a 3-point field goal to give Houston the win.
Number 5, Miami's Vashawn Leonard.
Leonard will double punch it in, went down at the buzzer. Leonard!
At number 4, the Detroit Pistons' Lindsey Hunter.
Throws it up towards the basket. Oh, no! Tie game!
What a play as the Celtics just got outboxed.
Number 3, Utah's John Stockton.
Stockton, open 3. Yes! John Stockton sends the Utah Jazz to the NBA Finals.
At number 2, Chicago's Michael Jordan.
Here he is, pull up 18-footer. Yes, at the buzzer. Michael Jordan shows again why he is the #1 MVP in the world as Michael Jordan wins game 1 for the Chicago Bulls at the buzzer.
And the top buzzer beater of the year comes from Rex Chapman.
Chapman for the tie.
That's it for today's show. Tune in next week for the top 10 dunks of the '97 season. I'm Jim Fagan for NBA Action. See you next week.